I saw what I wanted to see. Take your time out. Like the video. Subscribe. Here, let me mute this. I don't speak Russian. I had to watch this fight on the Russian broadcast because none of our broadcasters, many of them, all of them, any of them, from ESPN Plus to The Zone to Showtime, you know, hell, they're getting prime video boxing in Japan with Golovkin versus Murata, but here in the States, we can't get access to Tim Tsyzu fights. So anyway, as you can see, 5:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, running off about 3 hours sleep. I guess you can say that was a nap. Tim Tsyzu clear, shut out every single round, outboxed, beat up Takeshi Inoue. No, they're not related to the other Inouye's is Naoya, and I forgot the other one, but they're not related. So, what am I going to say? I'm impressed. My colleague, judging by the messages I just got, he's not impressed. But me personally, I wanted to see Tim Tsyzu. Okay, that was a knockdown. It wasn't a slip. I thought that was going to be a slip. I wanted to see Tim Tsyzu in a 12-round fight. I wanted to see, as it's called, the tools in the tool shed. You see what I'm saying? I apologize if I keep jumping around like that. I have to avoid copyright issues. I wanted to see the body work, which I'm impressed with. I didn't expect for him to come out here and stop Inoue. These Japanese fighters are tough. I've been saying it for the last month or so since this fight became official. So I predicted that it was going to go 12 rounds. I wanted it to go 12 rounds. But if he would have got the stoppage, I would have been fine with it. Let's listen in. They're going to announce the winners. So yeah, I'm impressed, man.
Can we please have a round of applause for these two fighters?
Also, look at the crowd.
Зрители приветствуют бойцов. Итак, судейские записки.
Как вы говорили, 107-120. 108-119. Ну и также 107-120.
Огромное преимущество.
Да.
Огромное, неоспоримое.
So, let's talk. He is currently ranked number 3 by the IBF, number 1 by the WBO. He is the WBO mandatory for current WBO champion. I'm hoping that we'll be able to hear the post-fight interview in English. I'm hoping so. We're going to leave that running right there. There's Ben Damon. Let's listen in. Please subscribe. Take your time out. Like the video. Please like the video. Helps us out.
Как ты оцениваешь выступление?
Да, какие впечатления?
Парень действительно как кирпичная стена.
Получилось его нокаутировать.
Да, как думаешь, кто бы его мог уронить вообще? Ну, не знаю, может быть, кто-нибудь из супертяжеловесов.
Зрители провожают аплодисментами. Inoue?
Я, да, бил его постоянно, в общем-то. Но ты видишь, да, что у него лицо разбито. Ну, может быть, да, и завтра на него посмотрим, он там весь заплывет. Но не падал. Ты почувствовал какую-то силу в его ударах?
Да
нет, я, в общем-то, просто получал удовольствие. Да, да я же еще и вернусь. Так что поднимите руки повыше. Да, я думал, Ньюкасл, ребята, сумасшедшие, но здесь в Сиднее совсем другой уровень. Что дальше? Ну что ж, да, я провел 12 отличных раундов, прежде чем пора уже переходить на совсем новый уровень. Да, рост продолжается.
Да, это то, о чем мы говорили, что надо постараться всем его команде.
У тебя есть какое-то заявление для Брайана Кастанио? Да, есть, и пока наслаждайся своим условным медовым месяцем, но я иду за тобой.
Но до боя с Кастанио надо еще провести, на мой взгляд.
I hope y'all were able to hear that. I hate when the announcers talk over the post-fight interviews in international boxing. It doesn't happen here in, stateside boxing, but I notice when I watch a lot of international streams, they talk over, and it doesn't seem like they're translating. Anyway, let me stop bitching and complaining. So listen, I'm impressed because, getting the stoppages against the competition that he was stopping. For example, let's go pull up his resume right here. Guys like Stevie Spark, Bowen Morgan, and I've been covering these fights. This is a norm for me, watching Tim Tsyzu fights. I first started covering Australian boxing consistently on YouTube with Anthony Mundine, and I've been doing that for like 8 years now. So I'm no stranger to the Oceanic area regarding combat sports, UFC too. So now 20-0 with 15 KOs. Once again, I wanted him to go those 12 rounds. Everything we've seen he can box. He's got the jab. Let me put my notes here. Yeah, he's got the jab. He's got the boxer's poise. The mean uppercut in round number 8. And yes, that knockdown in round number 9 was legit to me. So he's got the 12 rounds against Inoue. And what he said during the post-fight interview is that I'm coming for all of you. Ben Damon, the ring interviewer and commentator, was asking him, do you have a message for the WBO and Brian Castano? He said, yeah, I'm going to go back to the gym and basically I'm coming for all of you. So he said this was good for him to get a good 12 rounds, before he goes to the big time. Because as it stands right now, he can't fight anyone lower than Takeshi Inoue. Now, you have to think, now the measuring stick is both former 154-pound champion and contender at 160, Jamie Munguia, both between him and Tim Tsyzu, both got 12-round wins over Inoue. But in your opinion, who did it better? Who did it cleaner? And in my opinion, Tim Tsyzu did it cleaner. You can say whatever you want about the COVID, and he fought him in January of 2019 when he fought former WBO 154-pound champion 38-0 with 30 KOs, who just fought this last weekend against Gabriel Rosado. He beat him cleaner. So listen, I'm no boxing casual. This is like what I do. This is my shit. I watch boxing, as you can see, 5 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. Everybody's at work. This is my Wednesday morning cartoons, and I get to talk to you guys and chill, relax. In the meantime, take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm also affiliated with the WBC. So as I've been rebuilding, stabilizing my life, I got some real good shit coming for you. The link is down below in the description box for the WBC's channel. It's an app sponsored and powered by the Vive Network. You can download the links, Roku, Android, Apple, right down below in the description box. So anyway, follow me on Twitter at T Street Controversy and on Instagram at T Street Controversy. Let's go look at the 154-pound rankings by my beautiful website. Shout out to Mikey for keeping it updated. FightView360.com. Our rankings are updated in accordance with the sanctioning bodies monthly. So the new rankings are going to be coming out soon. Jamel Charlo, WBC, WBA, IBF, and Ring Magazine, 154-pound champion. Brian Castano, in which Tim Tsyzu is mandatory. We don't know what's going on yet. So here's the thing. Tim Tsyzu is mandatory, but we could see Charlo versus Castano too. They fought a few months ago back to a draw. We could see Charlo versus Castano too. And what that means is Tim Tszyu can possibly fight for an interim title and fight the winner of that. Now, there's so many different scenarios. For example, Tim Tszyu can fight Bakhram Murtazaliev and be the IBF interim champion. But here's the thing. Murtazaliev is the mandatory for Jermell Charlo's 3 belts. And he's first in line. So Charlo Castano 2 can't go forward unless Murtazaliev says so, and he'll likely be on the undercard fighting for an interim title. Tim Tszyu can be that interim title. And then the winner of Bakhram Murtazaliev, if it were to happen, and Tim Tszyu would be the mandatory for Charlo Castano winner. So here's the thing. The way the mandatories work is, and I'm not going to go to the WBC or the WBA. We're going to leave that alone. But right now, Tim Tszyu is, here's what can happen. If Charlo and Castano don't fight, then Tim Tszyu Castano can happen and Murtazaliev and Charlo has to happen. But it all depends on Murtazaliev. If he says, you know what, I'll wait a little bit longer, to fight the winner of Charlo Castano, I'll, hold off my title shot, and then I'll get the fight for all 4 belts, the winner of that fight. Then that will push Tim Tszyu's title shot back even further. Tim Tszyu and his team knows this. So it's in their best interest to hope that, this happens, Charlo and Murtazaliev. So I just want to break that down for you right there. But let me go ahead and say right now, you got Magomed Kurbanov taking on Patrick Teixeira. In my opinion, Kurbanov should have been mandatory over Tim Tszyu if you know how the boxing politics work. But whatever, boxing politics, they're fighting next month, Kurbanov and Teixeira. Teixeira, former WBO champion, who lost the belt to Castano. In my opinion, the Tim Tszyu we saw tonight can beat former WBO champion Patrick Teixeira. As you can see, there's Inoue right there. Now, Inouye's had a chin. already knew that. I don't know what his game plan was. It didn't seem like he had one. He just came to fight. At least he survived the whole 12 rounds and had a chin. But I don't know what his game plan was. So since Tim Tszyu has got that win, I feel safe matching him up against guys like Liam Smith. Like, yo, now I can say another former 154-pounder, Tim Tszyu versus Liam Smith, I can see that as a 50-50 fight. I wasn't given Tim Tszyu here in the States, we call this clout earlier, this praise. I needed to see a fight like this against Inoue, who's been matched up with a world champion before, and also to see Tim Tszyu go the rounds against a guy that he can't knock out. You see what I'm saying? So to me, I'm satisfied, So take your time out, like the video, subscribe. We cover every single major fight live. Oh, yeah, let me go over the undercard real quick. Me and my colleague Big J gonna talk about it in a minute. I didn't wake up until Big J woke me up, and I was running a little late, and I was like, listening to the results on my phone. Dennis Hogan, Tommy Brown told me it was easy. I didn't see Joel Camilleri's fight. Sorry. I didn't go to bed till 1 a.m. and then I had to be up at, literally out the bed and wash my ass by 5 a.m. So, and then as you can see, what time is it? 7:38. So basically I've been down here, like watching the card. But I did watch the whole Wade Ryan fight. And then, of course, the main event right here, Tim Tszyu versus Takeshi Inoue. So I'm T-Street Controversy with FightView 360. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at T-Street Controversy, and for boxing content, FightView 360 on Instagram at T-Street Controversy. Please subscribe.